Hey everyone, this is Andrew Mack. Just reaching out again, this time with looking over organizing production audio, the files that are received after getting your deliverables. Um, Recently worked on, or currently am working on a film that has really messy production audio organization. And I just wanted to kind of just in real time go over it and kind of show what bad organization looks like, and then kind of my workflow on how I'm going about cleaning all of this up. Um, so, what I'm doing for this is currently working with Kraken Dialog Editor's Toolkit. I actually pulled open all the assets, so the EDLs as well as the production sound, and starting to just sift through all the audio for that. Um, what I can show here real quick is the bad audio and organization. Just got to locate that here on a drive. So if I go to um, here, so top level, it looks normal-ish. Not necessarily. They kind of labeled these three folders um, with the location of where they shot these. And then for this actual top level folders, actually all these are actually my folders I requested for them to make and organize for me to be sent to me. I made this folder, production sound, on my own, and then just imported or loaded in all these folders that contained all the location audio. So as you see me spilling these folders open and expanding them, you can see that now we're getting into the messiness of the organization that they chose to go with. They used a lot of different methods and used different recorders, with Zoom H5 being one of them. But I normally don't judge that by the folder. I will pull open these files in Kraken or Wave Agent and check out the metadata that's in there. So currently looking at the top level structure, as you see as I continue expanding this, it just gets worse and worse and worse as I go down it. It's really, really terribly done. What I'm doing at the moment is trying to go through, sift through all this material. The main thing I'm looking out for currently is they have a lot of duplicates. These duplicates are causing this folder structure to be very large. Currently, in this production sound folder, in total, we're looking at 86 gigs of audio. And now that's just a lot to load into any session, Pro Tools or Kraken. It takes a minute for all these files to load. And what I'm noticing is a lot of this is duplicates. And how I'm sorting this out, again, is through Kraken. I'm exploring ideas on how to do this better, but Kraken seems to be doing the best because it gives me the full overview of the EDLs and the original source audio. The EDLs are going to show me what's linked in an OMF or AF, as well as overall what's linked in the session, what they used. So I'm having a separate Finder window open. Not this one, but this one over here. This one's actually linked to my EDLs folder, and in the search criteria here, I'm typing in the name of each audio file name. And that is kind of how my self video is in the way. But up here, I'm using the search bar to look for all these files. So with further ado, start going in and exploring. As you can see, a lot of these are already kind of terrible looking. I've actually done some of these. There is a shortcut, Command-Shift-R, that directly links these files that are duplicate straight to the Finder, but you can also right-click and go to Reveal in Finder, and that's how I know where the location of these files are. And in the waveform view of Kraken, we can actually see the full file path. And I'm using that to reference if there's a duplicate. Also, the visualization of the waveform viewer I'm also using. And then I'm also listening back to some of these files too. And then, of course, I'm referencing the source file name against the EDLs just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Now, this film, currently, I do not have all the reels access to me. So when I run into a source file name where in Finder I cannot find that file, I will not remove it. I'll hold on to it until I have the other reels, and then I'll clean the production sound folder up even further. So let's get into it. So as you can see here, it looks like in sets of threes, we have duplicates. So right now they duplicated the one audio file 3 times in 3 different folder paths. Now if I hit Command-Shift-R on the second one, nothing pops up because I already worked on this one. Same with the third one. I've already done this one as well. Where I'm at on the list, I believe is, right here. And you can see that currently my Finder's not popping anything up. So I am using the shortcut key Command-Shift-R in order to reveal these files in Finder for me to review them for deletion. So here's one I haven't done. And as you can see, the waveform and file name are all consistent. It is important to make sure that we remain consistent with these source file names. Otherwise, if I delete the wrong source file, I'll break the link to the EDL, OMF, or AF. And to note on that is I will break the link if the OMF is pointing to the same file folder path that's listed here that I would delete. But that's just a matter of relinking in Pro Tools through the Workspace browser. So, yeah. So as you can see there, Command-Shift-R brings up the reveal in Finder, which is this is just a Finder window, and this is where the file that needs to be deleted is. And all I do is right click and go to move the trash. And that knocks that one out. Do the same thing with the next one, Command Shift R, move the trash. And this is what I'm doing to clean up this very, very messy folder structure of over 80 gigs. Figured it'd be nice to kind of show some of this, an example of what needs to happen in order to get all this cleaned up. This is pretty bad. And I'll explain here in a second. So what they've done here is, as you can see under name, which is the source file name or the audio file name, they have multiple duplicates of the same instance, but each of these have their own waveform, which means that each of these files is unique, but share the same name. So when I'm finding matches, this is going to be a significant issue for me. But luckily, referencing hold on one sec. Okay, yeah, referencing EDL will pull from the source timecode, and then that will still carry the link for us that we need in order to make sure that the right file is being used. It's just so bad.
Camera B is set and rolling. Camera C is set and rolling. Like that. Camera B is set and rolling. Camera C is set and rolling. Like that. 17.2 alpha take. Camera B is set and rolling. Camera C is set and rolling. Like that. 17.2 alpha take 5.
So as you can hear, these are exact duplicates, just in different folder paths, and it's duplicated 3 times. And before I started this recording, as well as before even starting this process, I duplicated this entire production sound folder from how it was received, just so if I do screw something up, I do have a backup plan.
Like that. 17.2 alpha takes 6. like that. 17.2 alpha takes 17.2 alpha takes 6.
It's terrible. Which I believe if that did not work. I'm trying to use a keyboard shortcut. And we just keep going down the list. The one thing to note here, it is a little annoying still seeing the other files here. Those files would go away if I reload this. I can also clear these from the view as well. But for right now, I'm not going to bother refreshing. I'm just making sure to keep my highlight where it needs to be for me to keep on being able to focus on where I left off at. As you can see here, I'm going to be dealing with a really, really big nightmare of a problem here with the source file having multiple of the same names for different clips of audio. Oh, I had only 2 on this one. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Again, Command-Shift-R, move the trash. Then what I'm doing to close this window quick is Command-W, then Command-Tab to go back from the Finder to Kraken. And then using the arrow keys, down, then Command-Shift-R, move the trash, Command-W, Command-Tab, and then continuing down the line. A little bit of a yawn there. It is fairly late for me. All right, I'll make this the last one. But again, to go through it one more time, is I'm comparing the waveforms, file names, and using this to check against EDLs. A lot of these I've already checked against EDLs. So when I mean I'm checking against EDLs, I have a folder containing all my EDLs for all the reels that I currently possess for this film. And then what I'm doing is up in the search, I will type Claire 4 and, or not Claire, my bad, Carrie 4, and this will tell me which reels currently contain this audio file name. And so when I'm looking over these files, it looks like I have currently all the reels possess this at the moment. So 2, 3, 4, and 5 all have Claire, or I keep on saying Claire, Carrie 4 audio file. And that's going to be one of the many same named audio files, which again, luckily the one thing I can do here is match the source time code and the session time code in order to relink these files and maintain the same sync that I need that's currently edited in the AF or OMF, or the this case Premiere Timeline is what they edited in. Yeah. Let's do this last one. So again, Command-Shift-R, right-click, move the trash, Command-W, Command-Tab, go down one, Command-Shift-R, right-click, move the trash, Command-W, Command-Tab. And that's it. So I'm going to be doing this all the way through all the production sound files, rendering out all the duplicates. This way you'll skinny the production sound file folder, make it easier to ingest within the Pro Tools session, as well as within Kraken itself. I do have everything currently loaded within Kraken at the moment, but for me to get this in here, 80 gigs of files, it took a little bit of time for Kraken to register it, as well as Krakenizer, which is my transcriber. I had a lot of issues getting all the files loaded into that as well. So that's it. I just wanted to show kind of what I'm working on, how to clean up and organize some of these audio files, and skinny a very, very heavy session where you got lots of duplicates. This is just one way of doing it. There's many ways that you can do it. Kraken just offers a good overview of everything that's going on with the audio file. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a good one.